You are listening to the Hello Sport Podcast.
All right. What's up, bruh? Sorry, I'm just going to fix this.
What's up, bruh?
How are you?
I'm good, mate. I'm good.
We're in a brave new world today, Eddie.
We are. We're in a post fur world.
Dude, we're in a post-fur world. We are, like, the last time that the punters and dribblers heard from us, we were not accomplished boxing compares.
No, we weren't. Look, we didn't have anything on the resume, put it that way. Like, if I was going for a gig as a boxing commentator until last night, I would have walked in, hand over my resume, and it would have been blank.
Yep.
Now...
Well, now it's fucking
packed.
It's packed with
jammed.
With, you know, it's furs. It's like, I think the only thing potentially lacking in our boxing attire last night was a bit of jewelry. I wouldn't mind stepping up our jewelry game next time.
Look, I wouldn't mind that, Tom. I mean, if KO want to put us in, you know, real gold necklaces, big, thick bitches, then I'm happy to put that on.
Yeah.
But I need the real stuff.
Yeah, no, I need this thing to be like carroted.
I don't want to sully my name.
I want carrots around the neck and on the fingers.
Tom, look, give me a carrot.
Yeah.
And I'll bend over. But give me plastic.
Well, like, I walk off the job.
I'm walking off.
I walk off.
I'll be a prima donna.
Yeah.
Don't force me to be. I don't want to be.
I don't want to be a prima donna, but now that I am a fur, you know.
A furman.
Or one, then,
but you're a man.
Well, I am a man, but I could be, you know, I'm just saying.
Don't get bogged down.
No, you don't want to. Don't get bogged down.
Don't get bogged
You
down.
can get fucking caught in a rabbit hole these days.
Don't get bogged down.
You don't want to allow yourself.
No, you just keep moving forward.
Just keep moving forward with honesty in your heart.
That's right.
And you
your
can't
soul.
go wrong. And your soul. Now, for those of you wondering what the fuck we're talking about, Eddie and I last night were given the privilege, nay the honour, nay the privilege.
Nay, the responsibility.
Nay, the responsibility to. We did a fight companion for No Limit and KO, watching basically the three main fights on the card. Ben Hannett, Justin Hodges, one of the great fights all time. Paulo Akuso and Berridge, and then Liam Wright and Rueda. Liam Wilson, fuck me dead.
We had trouble with Liam's name.
Liam Wright, Liam Wilson, Jake Wilson.
And there was no...
Liam Wright, the surfer.
Owen Wright, the surfer.
Owen Wright, the surfer.
Owen Wright.
Who's Jake Wright?
Jake Wright, not a surfer.
Or is that just Jake Wilson, Liam Wright?
No, you've gone
Liam Wilson.
You've gone Liam Wright. So you've got the first name right and the last name wrong. I said Jake Wilson, so I got the last name right and the first name wrong, and you've just combined them.
Yeah.
To make it doubly wrong.
Doubly wrong.
Look, and that was, you know, no disrespect to Liam Wilson, a true warrior who got the chockies without the use of his left hand.
Yeah, I think he broke his hand early in the fight. At least that's what he said.
But Jake Wilson, a friend of ours, went to Bathurst with him. Every time I saw that last name, it was just bang, Jake came into my head, and I couldn't shake it.
No.
It happened several times. I'm not apologising for it. I'm merely pointing it out.
So we did that. We commentated the boxing. The numbers are rolling in, Eddie, as we speak. Where we got our people at No Limit and KO saying that it was breaking records. There was about 400,000 people watching us, that's conservatively.
Well, like they're the preliminary numbers,
Yeah.
Tom.
Yeah.
Look, you should see an uptick of 50, 60% on that number when it's all said and done.
Yep.
But we have broken records. Know that. So thank you to the punter and the dribbler for their support.
Tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in. First time we've done it. Don't think it'll be the last. Our bread and butter, I think it's fair to say, is dribble and yarn. I don't think I'm breaking any fucking grounds suggesting that, which ties in very nicely with rugby league biffs.
So like Western Star spreadable, but dribble and yarn.
That's exactly. So that's butter that you can spread.
Le pack, but dribble and yarn.
That's right, le pack. So our focus moving forward will be rugby league biffs.
Rugby league biffs, UFC biffs. Because I think UFC we could probably do a bit more. I think moving forward it's biffs. Know that. But I think that,
we may have a
I think it's got to, like, you know, it's rugby league biffs.
First and foremost.
And then I think maybe like, you know, big ticket biffs. BTBs.
BTBs.
You know, the ones in narrative and yarn.
And dribble.
So that would be the goal. But yeah, that was fun as fuck.
Look, packed house last night at the Brisbane Convention Centre.
Well, Brisbane Convention Centre is just a beautiful convention centre. We flew up there private, flew back private. It was really nice.
We're in bed by 12 a.m. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thus is the speed and the efficiency of the private jet.
Yeah.
Brisbane Convention Centre, punters and dribblers, if you can picture in your mind's eye the greatest convention centre of all time, that's where we were.
That's where we were. And that's a place where people convene for all manner of things.
Well, it's a centre of convening.
Yeah, convention. I wonder what they do there. I mean, obviously they do the Biffs. We were there last night for them. It was great. Ringside, thanks to No Limit, thanks to KO. But I'm seeing, like, you know, do they have, like, your Hillsongs there every once in a while? Do they have an NBL game?
Possibly. Tom, do they hold a Stedfords there?
Yep.
Has Tobler danced there in a different life?
Tobler's danced there in a past life.
You know?
Yep.
Tobler in a 2-2, just working it.
Well, speaking of Tobler, so obviously Tobler came with us last night. And as we got there to wardrobe, well, firstly, Tobler dressed like Ryan Gosling basically the whole day yesterday. Ryan Gosling from Crazy Stupid Love.
Which is the best dressed anyone has
ever been. It's Ryan Gosling, Crazy Stupid Love, Tobler yesterday.
Yeah. Tobler didn't best Ryan Gosling in that movie
no one can.
because no one can. And, you know, I'm not going to tell Porky Pies. But he was a rung below. Know that.
Turtleneck.
He came dressed to impress.
Nice jacket, nice pants.
Polished.
Usually he's sort of a bit of a tracky duck operator.
Well, he bought the boot polish.
Yep.
Which I like to see. Warmed my heart.
Yeah.
So we get into wardrobe last night, punters and dribblers, to get the lay of the land. Well, firstly, it was pizzas in the green room, which was nice.
I'm now 5 from 6 days straight on pizza for dinner, which is ridiculous. It's not something I'm doing intentionally either.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Tuesday, Wednesday.
That's pretty fucking out there.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday was all me. In terms
5
of like,
from 6 is...
Oh, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. If it makes it any better, I am intermittent fasting between the hours of 8:30 and midday. It probably doesn't because I also sometimes love a vegan gummy and then at like midnight I'm pounding fucking salami and hummus. So, I mean, it's not all true. But the first 3 Friday, Saturday, Sunday pizzas, all on me. Tom's fault. Tom needs to be better. Tom's a pig.
Put your hand up, Tom.
The Tuesday pizza was going to my mum's house for dinner. She's moving overseas for 6 months, and I went over there and pizza was provided. I had no option. It was there.
Yeah, okay.
So I ate it.
Yep. How many slices did you have?
Not many, because there was a fair few people there and not a shitload of pizza.
And that under-ordered?
Well, they had pizza and lasagna, but the lasagna, I'm looking at you, Bar Reggio, who I love, but the lasagna was basically like sloppy mince in a fucking bowl. Now, that could be down to Uber Eats. I'm not prepared to blame Bar Reggio, who I hold in very high esteem, and we spend a lot of time there.
We have.
But the lasagna was...
Not up to code.
There was no structural integrity to it. It was a puddle.
Undercooked?
You can argue.
Or potentially dropped.
It wasn't undercooked because it tasted delicious, but the structural integrity was non-existent.
So you did try some?
I had a bit of lasagna, I had a bit of pizza.
Yep. Okay.
But I didn't have a lot of pizza because there wasn't a shitload to go around.
Sure.
We then rolled a Wednesday. Australia's boxing's night of nights. We get into the green room before getting to wardrobe, and lo and behold, there's one of the great prawn pizzas I've ever seen. Shout out to Crust. And so I set about getting into it.
We did. You made light work of it. There was 4 pizzas there for 3 hungry boys. I noticed the others in the room were very gracious in allowing us first rights to the pizza.
Which, that was gracious. I was like, are these guys not eating?
Well, I think they were just letting us lay our claim.
Yeah. We put a hurting on them. We put a hurting on them early.
Well, they needed to be hurt.
But anyway, so 5 out of 6 nights eating pizza is never going to be good, no matter who you are, intermittent fasting or not.
Look, basically it sets you up.
I have done one 11-kilometre run in between there as well, just
Sure.
if that makes
Sure.
if that sweetens the deal at all.
All I'm getting at, punters and dribblers, is if you're attacking pizza 5 out of 6 nights, it sets you up poorly to try and get yourself into a 36 pant when evidence suggests that you're a 40.
Well, now I'm gonna pause you there. Wardrobe asked for our dimensions because we're wearing the black tie, bow tie, fur coats, as you've seen, suit shoes, dinner shoes, whatever the fuck you call them. So I stand by the truth and the reality that I am a 36 in everything. 36 and under, really. I'm not over 36. At least I have been. Punters, dribblers know that I have been. I've been over 36 before. Fucking oath. But I haven't been over 36. In fact, there are some 36 pants that I literally turfed the other day. And by turfed, I mean donated, because they were too big for fucking this pizza-loving papa. But I get to the wardrobe at the Brisbane Convention Centre and I go to put on my dinner suit, and to say that they were small, the pants, would be one of the great understatements of all time.
Well, they weren't small, the pants. They were small on you.
That's not fair. That's obviously...
Do you know, you wouldn't class that as a small pant.
Well, it's always got to be in the context of the person wearing it, right? Like, to a Barbie doll, they'd be the biggest pants of all time, right? To a dog, they'd be huge.
Look, they're not a size small, put it that way.
They were a 36, right? A 36. Now, that's cool. But they were... To get them done up, punters, dribblers, which I did, initially I was like, holy shit, I'm not going to be able to do up these fucking pants. This is worst case scenario territory here. Yeah. Pants don't do up.
After you ticked off that mine were indeed 34s.
Well, because I thought maybe they got it wrong. So we're going to look at Eddie's and I'm like, oh no, okay, so they're 34s. These, I still defy anyone to prove, like, I don't believe they were 36s, but that's all right. I don't believe they were 36s. I had to pull them up above my childbearing hips and then basically above my belly button, just to, like where there's the only obstruction is organs, you know? Yep. So like you can mush organs. You can't mush hips.
No, you can't. Well, bone doesn't mush.
Bone doesn't mush, organs mush.
Yep.
So I had to put it into organ territory and mush me organs like I was wearing a fucking, what's the things that chicks used to wear?
A girdle?
A corset. Girdle. Yeah. Same, yeah. Think Kate Winslet, Titanic, her mum's fucking porn.
Yeah. And it's tight. She can barely breathe.
She barely breathes, and her mum's being really fucking...
T. Trudy.
Yeah. You were going to marry that cow. Whatever.
He's a great fit for us. He ensures our survival.
So I got him on. My testicles, though, were... Because I had to pull them up so high to sort of... organ territory.
That's right. And they weren't exactly like a low... They didn't have a low sort of gooch part to them.
No.
Just conventional.
This was like, I may as well have dropped an anvil on my sack. Like it was, the poor thing looked like it was just, you know, if you like leave, you know, you like they leave flowers in books for a really long time and you open them after a while and they're just completely fucking pancaked.
Yep.
That's what my fucking dick and balls look like at the end of this thing. Just completely like, oh, that's beautiful. Look at that.
There was concern on your face when you finally got the button up. I don't know why you insisted on putting on buttoning up. I didn't.
Well, because I knew it was like we're in our gear. We got to get photos and shit.
Yeah, fair enough. But you looked at me like, I'm going to need that bigger jacket.
Yeah, because you had the big black jacket, because I was like, if I can have it undone, then I can have that jacket to cover it, right? You had the big fur, so I'm thinking, I can get away with having the pants undone if I have the bigger fur. I can cover the thing. And you were like, no. And I was like, what the fuck is this about? Where's the supportive teammate here? And you're like, it's way funnier if your pants can't do up. And I'm like, you piece of shit.
Which it was.
No, it was.
Because it was hilarious. Seeing this big man squashed into this small fitting suit was just...
On a 6-day pizza bender.
On a 6-day pizza bender was fucking, perfect. Perfect. The jacket, the sleeves were too short. It was a dream.
Yep.
It was a dream. And watching Tom waddle down the hallway.
Well, also, the shoes were too small. I felt like...
you look like a penguin.
I read a book in primary school called like Chinese Cinderella about like where you get the foot binding. It felt like my feet were getting fucking crushed in these shoes. I was like, this is fucking insane. And so I'm like slowly clopping down the hallway. But also you made me scissor, paper, rock for the jacket, which was like fight for your freedom sort of thing. Fight for your rights.
First to 3, I was down 2-1 and came up with the chockies.
I thought I didn't think I had it. As soon as we went to scissor, paper, rock, I go, I'm not winning this jacket. I could just tell. It was written in the stars. And I didn't win the jacket. And so I had to do up the pants and crush my organs and then clop down the hallway in these tiny fucking shoes. But you know what, dude? You can't put a price on looking that good.
No, you can't. And I think that... despite the fact that you were squashed in there, Tom, Chinese Cinderella, as it were, that I think you look great. There were some comparisons made between you and the late, great Jack Gibson, which is always good for morale.
Yep, I'll take that every day of the week.
I think you take that every day of the week. I thought you looked terrific. Kay did a brilliant job in dressing us up, as it were. The only thing missing was jewellery, which we will insist on next time. I'm thinking rings.
Rings and gold chains.
Rings and chains, baby. Rings and chains. Fights were good. Fights were fun. Paulo Akuso, the kid from Mount Jewett, can fucking throw down, bro.
No, he can throw down.
Olympian at 2020.
2020 Tokyo Olympics.
It was in 2021, but you get the fucking drift. Kid can fucking punch on.
Yeah.
Know that. He's a thoroughbred. He's a specimen. Yeah. He's cousins with Sawale, so he's of the right stock.
He can hunch on, bro.
Fucking oath, cunt.
He can hunch on.
Those Western Sydney boys are doing well. He's friends with all the Panthers players, all from the area. Him and Bam Bam are tight. You're like, mate, there's some stock coming out of that part of the world. 1-4 ripping and tearing. I don't know what's in the water in Mount Jewett, Tom. I'm not aware.
No.
But it's got a bit of tank water about it.
It's got some serious tank water vibes. They're ripping and tearing out there. It's mad. And Akuso was looking the goods. He hit the old bloke, Berridge, who was 40 fights. 40 some world titles.
40 fights.
Dude, he hit him with some fucking monster shots. He hit him with like 3 shots that rocked or dropped him in the second round. And they ended up getting the towel thrown in, which was nice. Round 2 towel throw, they must have... If you're throwing the towel in round 2, obviously he was getting fucked up, which he was. And I think it's good that your corner's like throwing the towel, but they must have expected very little from their fighter. If your towel's cocked and ready to go.
I don't mean this with any disrespect, but I think even Berridge would agree that he was in the twilight of his career, Tom.
I'd say so. 37,
hasn't had a
prime.
win. Hasn't had a win since 2018.
It's a long time. Now, in fairness to him, he did retire for 3 years.
He had 3 years off, and he's come back in 2021, and now he's fought again.
Losses.
Look, it was the tune-up Akuso needs on a path to breaking Jeff Fennick's record of 7 fights to becoming world champion. We'll see if he can accomplish
Listen,
that.
it's a
tall order.
It's a tall goal. It's a large goal, but you know what? That's what it's about. Large goals.
Large, healthy, tall, strong goals.
Substantive goals.
That's what it's about. Setting goals.
Achieving
ticking
goals,
off goals, achieving goals,
goals.
chasing goals, goals.
Goals.
Now, the fight of the night was obviously Ben Hannett versus Justin Hodges.
The people's main event.
The people's main event. A couple of people's champions, especially if you're a Queenslander.
Now, I didn't know. I knew Ben Hannett that he'd been referred to as the polar bear over his career.
And the big omelette.
Well, no, I knew he was referred to as the polar bear. Right. Such is his polar bear-esque appearance. Big, fat, and white. But I didn't know about the omelette. And I believe from the notes we were given, it's purely based on his proclivity for consumption of omelettes.
He absolutely adores omelettes. Now, the math suggested to us, Tom and I crunched the numbers quickly. He and his wife, there's 2, plus the 8 kids, makes 10.
Now, what's the average egg per omelette?
It'd have to be 2.
2 to 3?
Well,
I'd say 3.
I think 4.
You think, well, but if you're a child...
Average across the children, 3.
I think you go 3 average egg per omelette.
I think that if your name's the big omelette, then you're making at least 10 omelettes a day.
He'd be having a 4 to 5 egg minimum in his omelette. I think the wife would be 3 and all the kids are 3.
So what's the average then? 4 or
3 8's 24, plus the wife is 27. Plus Ben's 5 minimum, you got 32 eggs for 1 breakfast.
So 32 times 365, Dior. That's what we need. That's how many eggs that big boy is putting away. Him and the family putting away a day.
11,680.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
That sounds about right. That's a lot of eggs.
That's a lot of eggs. You now divide that by 12 so we work out how many dozen that is, Dave. Thank you.
He'd have to buy the 36 packs.
973 and a third. So 974.
974 dozen. That's a Hannett's dozen.
That's a Hannett dozen. That's a Hannett dozen. So the big omelette got in there. He was all omelette last night. I got to tell you, he was all.
He
omelette.
looked like a fucking omelette.
He was all omelette.
He was bouncing and jiggling and
wobbling
and bobbling and.
It was a jiggle off, and you like to see that. The big boys, the big leagueies came to throw. Ben Hannett got down from 116 to 106 or something like that. He was all omelette. coming into it. 116's a big fucking boy.
I don't know how him and Justin Hodges are so close in weight, truthfully. And now I know Ben lost a bunch of omelette to get down to.
Justin Hodges is a big frame, bro.
He's bigger than I realised. I've never seen him in person.
Huge,
So, like, obviously if you're a big frame and then when you blow out, like, but I don't know. It just seemed like they were closer than I would have ever expected. That being said, jiggle we got, and it was good shit. Ben, listen, I don't think either fighter, and our good friend, the commish, George Rose, said as much to us when we spoke to him live from the Brisbane Convention Centre last night, ringside, because the yarn was like the winner fights Gallen. And then once you saw the fight, you're like, I can't see a world where Paul Gallen doesn't kill both of these gentlemen in a fight.
That was the narrative in the yarn pre-fight, Thomas. It may well have just been designed to get some tongues a wagging. After the first 10 seconds of the fight, I was, instantly taken back to other fights I'd seen Hannett and Hodges have, separately, of course. But I didn't see a whole lot of improvement. And to suggest that they are on Paul Gallen's level is ridiculous in the extreme.
Could you imagine Paul Gallen as well? Who's probably looking for like a send-off, and it's like, yeah, I'm probably one more fight maybe, and then seeing that fight and going,
I just don't know if you can sell that fight.
Well, you can't, because it would be a round one. I would be responsibly emptying every bank account I have and putting it on a round one.
I don't think you could get a market for it. He'd be a dollar neat, I reckon.
Yeah.
Maybe you get $1. Unlikely. That's how one-sided that fight would be. I just can't see it happening. Commish, though, admitted that Justin Hodges, who got the W, probably needs another fight if he's going to go on to fight Gallen.
I'd be shocked if they ever fight. I can't see that fucking happening.
Gallen has fought for heavyweight title of Australia.
It just doesn't seem like you can fight Justice Hooney and Justin Hodges.
And the last guy that fucking Gallen fought was legit as well.
Yeah. Kristevsky.
No.
I don't see that one.
Paul Gallen is a boxer.
Paul Gallen is a motherfucker. And also, no jiggle on dat boy. You know what I mean? Like, Gal ain't jiggling.
No, he ain't jiggling. Well, he's fucking tough as stone, mate. Tough as stone. That fight would honestly be over in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
But it was fun to watch.
It was fun to watch.
I will never, ever, 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 ever tire of watching leagueies punch on.
No. On the field, off the field, car park,
there's no slickness yet. The sweet science is hardly sweet.
Sweet and sour science.
It's sweet and sour, but are you expecting Floyd Mayweather?
No,
surely you're not.
You come for the jiggle.
You come for jiggle and haymakers,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
I come here for haymakers. That's what I'm here for. And throw. And we asked them to throw in round 2, and the boys threw.
What's the etymology of haymaker?
It's a great question.
Well,
I don't know.
No.
So the punch, so basically the punch, a haymaker, a big wide swing, resembles, like a scythe, those things that the Grim Reaper has.
Yeah.
So that's what they used to harvest hay with back in the day.
There you
so
go.
then you would come at a big wide angle and kind of come from that, just like a
make hay,
like a haymaker.
The
That makes
haymaker.
sense. That makes sense. That is what you watch leagueies for, right? Not slickness, mainly. Well, I think post-career leagueies, it's jiggle, haymakers, and a sweet and sour science. For current rugby league players, muscularity, haymakers, sweet and sour science.
That's right. If leagueies are throwing, it's the sweet and sour science.
Yeah.
That's what we know.
That is what we know to be true.
But a great night.
Thanks for tuning in. Thanks to No Limit for having us, for KO for having us, for the ringside seats.
It was a pleasure. We'll do it all again.
Fucking oath we will. Eddie, I got something to be honest. Something to be honest with you about.
Okay, what's that?
I have a pimple on my back knee.
Do you now?
One right in the center.
Have you got back knee now?
One in the center, and I was like, holy shit, dude, what is this? Because historically, I haven't been a big pimple guy, right? Luckily, there, but for the grace of God, I haven't been a big pimple guy. But there's one on my back that I was convinced was a fucking snake bite. because it was so out of the blue and so big. But as time has gone on, it has revealed itself to be back knee. Now, I'm not doing steroids, so there's nothing there that could be causing it. And you know what I got to do? You know what the smart money tells me to do? Pilot.com.au, the online men's health portal for all your men's health needs. It's not just a place for back knee, but they can help you with your back knee.
What a place for back knee. What a place to remove back knee.
Yep.
What a place to go, fuck you, back knee, not today, bruh. Not on my watch.
No.
Because you know why? Because I can go to the men's health portal at pilot.com.au/hello sport. I can use the promo code dribblers and I'm going to yarn to a doctor for free.
First doctor's consult for free, baby. Now, obviously, not all of you are going to have back knee like me right now. Not all of you are going to have health needs right now. But it's good to know that there's a place like Pilot where you can address your health issues discreetly with a doctor online if and when that moment arises. So you go to pilot.com.au/hello sport. Promo code dribblers, make smart decisions.
Now, Thomas, I have
You
an
got something
apology to make.
I already know what it's going to be.
I must apologise. I do. I've got to apologise. I've got to apologise. I've got to apologise. For being the greatest fucking cleaner of all time. For being the greatest cleaner of all time. I've done it.
Oh, he's done it.
Has he done it?
I've done the
done it.
impossible.
Has he done
Hell
it?
yeah.
He's done it. Wow.
Has he done it? I was not. Wow. 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 Hold on, punters, dribblers. Has he done it? Dude.
He's done it.
Holy shit. Ladies and gentlemen, he's done it. He's done it.
Yeah.
Dude, Steph's mum's going to be fucking... Steph and Steph's mum. Can't wait to rub it in their face. I'm going to throw these things out. Bro, you fucking done it. Dude, he's the greatest cleaner of all time. You are in the presence of greatness.
It's now official.
Dude, we're in the presence of fucking greatness.
King
you
of
know
the
what I mean?
wash.
The kid
King
can
of the
wash.
wash.
King of the wash.
King of the wash.
Kid can wash.
Kid
King of
can
the
wash. King of the wash.
Wow, dude. I loved these pants. Cheap fucking Spanish pants.
They're back, baby. Spanish pants are back. Shout out to Mum who played a starring role.
Did she?
Well, she helped me. We workshopped it. You know what I mean?
Did ya?
We had to workshop this one.
Yeah. Well, this is like a master and apprentice, right? Like
That's
you're
right,
obviously
exactly
the
right.
protege, but you always lean on.
Well, sometimes you get on the blower to the master and you glean what you can. Because Turmeric's a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And Turmeric's stubborn as all get out. Turmeric, I shout it to Turmeric, who was a worthy foe. Turmeric was a worthy foe.
Yeah, right,
And Turmeric
Brought
brought
the
its
best out of you.
fucking brought the best out of me. It brought its A game. Turmeric had a red hot crack. And, you know, I can't help but respect Turmeric
Yeah.
for what it was, what it was able to achieve here, over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to it, when you get down to brass tacks, punters and dribblers, when you're going up against the king of the clean,
King of the wash.
king of the wash, very rarely you're going to get a W.
I was expecting when you were saying bad news, I was like, fuck, he couldn't do it. So that was a great trick of the eye, sleight of hand.
It was.
How long did it take? Now, because I know you filmed this. Were you?
I did. I filmed some
Should
of
we?
it. I filmed all.
The
I filmed the moments.
yes.
I filmed the moments.
Yeah. Well, that's all that matters.
I was prepared for its stubbornness. Know that. Should I explain it? I'll explain. Do you want me to explain the process?
Yeah, dude.
It required a pre-soak, a pre-wash, which is like the shit you spray on it, like a nappy sand style thing. And it just sort of it's bringing it up. It's
Okay.
bringing
It's trying
it up.
to rise.
You're rising it, right?
Getting it off the fabric if you can.
Getting it away from the fabric.
Yeah.
Because it's clinging to the fabric for dear life. You
Right.
want to get it up.
It's
up and
Stallone on
away.
the side of a cliff.
That's right. Then after 10 minutes, you get a little I had a toothbrush, and you just got to just give it up. You get
Continue to lift.
up. You get. I need you to lift. I need you lifting here. I need you lifting here. Then you get the SARS targeted action. It's all in the video. You'll see it. Get it into a little fucking bowl and spin it up. A paste is what we need. And a paste is what I got. Now, I had some trouble early on with the consistency. I had to keep adding it in. I put in too much water, but that's all right. I got the paste going, and then you heap it on with a spoon and then, like, rub it in. Leave it overnight, Tom.
Oh, okay.
Came back in the morning and you'll, like, wipe off the thing and you can see where you're at. The turmeric had gone from yellow, you know, the colour of turmeric, punters and dribblers, to red. And I was like, okay, turmeric's here to fucking...
Turmeric.
That's when I knew I was up against a fucking worthy adversary. When it had gone, okay, look, I'll change colour on you then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You think you fucking know what's going on.
Yeah, a red. And I'm like, you know, it's like red to a bull. I'm like, righto, bruh.
Oh,
You
double down.
I doubled down. Much like I've told you in the past, Thomas, and much like I've told the punter and the dribbler, if you are out of options, if you have nothing at your disposal, if you're fucking broke and poor and on your last penny and you can't buy cleaning equipment, just keep throwing it in the wash. You know what I mean? So like that, I go, well, we're going again then. I'm going again.
Yeah.
Repeated it, got home last night, wiped it off. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I go, okay, put them in the wash, rinse them out, dry them. Thanks for coming. It's all in a day's work. It's all in a day's work.
King of the wash.
2 day. It's a 2 day wrestle though.
Yeah, that's a tussle.
It's a 2 day tussle. 2 day tussle. It's you know when you got a stain on your hands, a 2 day tussle.
King of the wash, dude.
King of the wash. That's how you do it.
Fuck me, dude. That's great. Save me pants because I was like, I don't know where I'm going to get some other ones of these. Like, you know, when you just got pants that work, you work with them and you talk about like size and shit, like they fit nice, everything. You know what? I'm probably going to wear them on Saturday.
I'd love you too.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a nice nod to me.
Full circle.
Be a nice nod to
you.
me.
I'll wear them on Saturday.
That'd be great.
I think you
I've earned that.
you've earned that. You've earned that.
Excellent.
Well,
so that's where you go. So a couple of punters and dribblers reaching out being like, Mo, can I have a crack at the big time? Would they earn me a baggy green? Listen.
Would washing my pants earn you a baggy green?
Listen.
No, it wouldn't.
Listen. Who's the king of the wash?
There's only one king of the wash here. There's only one king of the wash.
Is it me or is it you? Because it feels like it's me.
Certainly does feel like it's you.
So, away with you.
Long live the king.
Long live the king.
What's the Dylan Alcott vid, Dave? Is that like fit for public consumption?
Yeah, I mean, it was on an Instagram. So basically, Dylan Alcott, his partner is a sexologist, a sex therapist.
Yep.
Chantel Otten.
Yep.
And so they were out for dinner with some friends, and it appears to be a promotion. So Alcott's partner is obviously being paid to promote some sort of sex toy.
Okay.
Which is
Can we see this
controlled
video?
by an app. Yeah, I'll get the video. up.
Also, punters, dribblers, we do have a second TV now, which I'm really horny about because we don't have to turn around and look at the manta ray behind Eddie.
So here's the video. Is that coming through for you?
No, it's not.
Okay.
We are facing the same issues. Oh, yep. Edward?
Yeah. There.
And so they're with a few friends at dinner. She's got it inserted, and he's controlling it on the app. And then her friends are kind of like just having a bit of a feel around to see that it's vibrating.
All right, so now that we've fixed our technological situation, so it's Dylan Alcott basically getting his misso off at dinner with a vibrator that he's controlling via a phone.
Good for Dylan. Okay. It's all happening.
Isn't it? And her friends are feeling the vibration. Yeah, okay. Sure. I mean, someone's just touching a... Jesus Christ.
Good Lord.
I mean...
You ever got up to something like that, Tom?
No, I haven't.
At dinner with the friends?
With the friends?
Or maybe with the family, with the
Yeah,
in-laws?
with Steph's mum, and we're like, fucking, I've got a vibrator in Steph's pants. No, what about you with Ella's, with Tim and Nicola? You ever?
Look, I don't usually, no. It's not usually how the family dinners go for
No.
us.
No, neither. And what about
But
just
now that
with
I've
friends,
seen-
though? I mean, like, we're going to Byron soon. Is that something we maybe look at doing with the girls when we're all out to dinner?
Yeah. Maybe put them in when we go to Splendor, walk around.
Could be nice. Film it. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Nice walk up to the lighthouse with a couple in.
Yeah, exactly. While they're ordering coffees, just dial it up to a fucking 1,000. Watch them collapse.
Dial them up. Now, how has this been
hold
received?
on. Yeah, has it been So let's just read some angry mums. Fifi Murray. I won't read their names. Conduct unbecoming, Dylan Alcott. As Australian of the Year, do we really need to read about your sexual adventures at a Sydney restaurant? Is anything sacred in this world? Sort yourself out. That photo says everything you need to know, though, about Fifi. She's not happy. Folks, the Australian of the Year award winner. Time to can the award once and for all. I mean, relax, cunts. Sorry, Dylan, you've lost me. What you want in private? Do what you want in private.
This is gutter behaviour and no civilised society should allow it to be normalised. Time to cancel Australian of the Year. Good Lord. Okay.
I just read an article about Dylan Alcott, a respected Paralympian disability advocate in Australian of the Year, using a sex toy in his partner at a restaurant. Frankly, I'm shocked. I didn't think I could like him more than I already did, but here we are.
Yeah, sure.
I just don't think it. If you're offended by it, then you're a fucking idiot. Firstly, it's more for me. I'm just like, okay, cool.
Being offended about that is sheer madness.
Yeah, it's sheer mad. Now, I'm not about to, as we've already outlined, jam a vibrator on Steph and fucking film it well. But also, his missus is a sexologist.
Do you know what this is?
That's what sexologists do.
No, but he's like, it's promotion.
Yeah.
This is an ad.
Yeah, and it's getting covered out the arse.
And it's getting covered out the arse. Now, you might be upset about it, but I don't see a huge problem with what I see as a great and effective piece of marketing here.
Yeah.
Dylan and his partner are the smartest ones in the room because it's article after article now, and probably, I would guess, Tom, work piling up.
Well, especially if it's their thing. If it's their thing they're selling, I mean, here you go. You want to get your missus gasming at dinner?
Because I can help you out for $39.95.
$39.95 plus shipping.
All shipping's not.
Battery's not included.
Shipping's
Machine
not
washable.
As well, yeah. You can put it in the dishwasher if you want.
If you wanted to. If you have a big Sunday roast and you got, pots and pans and whatever else, and you got to
put in with the pots and the pans.
Yeah.
That's what I'm offering.
Nice hot heat.
Hot heat. Well, and the pot wash goes for longer, Tom.
Yes.
Because it's got to get the grease and the grime off. So it's probably the perfect place.
That is what you need. You need it to be a sort of a sustained wash.
If you are, a bit of a germaphobe.
I mean, listen, are we talking sex toys back-to-back episodes? I think so. Is there a bit more info on the sex toy
Did we
itself,
talk about
Dave?
sex toys last time?
I think we were talking about fleshlights.
We were.
Shout out to Benji Marshall. Do you want to, Dave, you don't need to, because obviously you had to come away from your desk there. If you just want to, or your seat, you can go back to your seat and speak into the mic and just give us an update on the sex toy. I'd be very interested to know. I'm assuming, does this thing just sit on top of,
certain areas?
The hot button, or is it like going inside?
Deep within.
Is this just like a sort of, an external vibrator vibe, or is this you need to pop this thing in?
I would assume some of it is going in, otherwise, but they're also feeling it from up top. So
I think if I'm going to guess, it may even sit on the panty lining, Tom.
That's what I'm thinking, and it's a bit of clitoral stimulation.
Yeah,
if we can get very doctory here.
Look, if we can get Dr. Phil on you.
Well, I don't know about Dr. Phil. He's more of like an emotional.
I think he'd cover this stuff.
Maybe he would.
He covers the important issues, Tom.
It's true. What about, is there a Dr. Harry? If I get Dr. Harry on you.
Well, I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
We probably haven't settled on the correct doctor here.
We haven't necessarily found the right doctor yet. Dr. Drew. Shout out to Teen Mum.
Sure. Congrats to Dylan.
Yeah, well done, Dylan. Cool.
Okay, I have found the Juno Satisfaction Luxury Mini Vibrator, I believe is the one she was promoting. Bigger than a bullet, smaller than a dildo. This vibe is the perfect size to send you to the promised land.
Bigger than a bullet, smaller than a dildo. I still feel like that's like going, smaller than a whale, bigger than an ant. You're like, there's a fair bit of fucking middle ground.
Well, yeah. I mean, but you're probably thinking of the top end of the dilly spectrum.
I mean, I'm thinking about the full gamut, the beautiful, array of dillies. The full spectrum of dillies. So, yeah, I am thinking about,
what's possible.
Your thumpers, and then I'm thinking about your bullets. And where does it,
Somewhere between a thumper and a bullet is where
this sits.
Yeah, that's right.
Is where the Juno 1 sits.
Yeah. Look, shout out to the Juno 1, which got a free plug. Not an ad.
Not an ad.
Shout out to Dillo Alcott. Look, I think the Australian of the Year should be canned now.
Cancel the Australian of the Year award because he's fucking getting his misso off in a... Come on. She's a sexologist. Just a guy trying to make his misso come at dinner. Like, what the fuck? What's this country become? When the Australian of the Year can't fucking get his misso off at a public restaurant.
At dinner.
Yeah.
I mean, look, we've lost our way, haven't we, Tom?
Whilst all of their friends touch her crotch.
Yeah. Well, assist. Help out.
What's this country come to?
Disgraceful.
Eddie, when we talk rugby league on this show, we do it thanks to our good friends at Kaya, the home of rugby league, as you know, as I know, as we all know. Tonight, huge game of rugby league, Thursday night footy, Manly taking on the Melbourne Storm. Truthfully, no hyperbole, no fucking, Manly 13 plus. I think Manly win tonight, and I think they win well.
I think they absolutely shitted in, Tom. I've never been more confident of a Manly victory. Now, there's a lot of people out there that'll be like, what are you two dickheads talking about? But the way we played our rugby league football against the Cowboys a couple of weeks ago was fucking superb. Except for the last 7 minutes.
Yep.
Which I'm choosing to forget for the point of this conversation. Up until that point, we looked red hot. We're back at Brookie, where we play our best footy, coming up against a monsterless Storm side.
Now, Papenhuyzen back in as it's gone off the screen, Dave. I'm going to fucking kill this TV in a second. Pappy back in. That's cool. But you know what? 2 weeks on the sidelines or 1 week on the sidelines with COVID, I'm not liking his chances.
I think he comes in a little underdone.
Yep. I think he's going to be tired. He's going to be gassed. Couple of weeks out.
He's up against it?
He's up against it, mate. Was it an injury as well? Was it an injury into COVID? I think it was. So he's had a little... Huh?
Yeah, it was, yeah. He hasn't
Injury
played.
into COVID, like Trell. So it could be a fucking shithole performance for him. And I think that Storm due a loss, Manly due a win. Ruben at the back. DCE back. Foz back. Olakawatu back. Tuapolotu, Cooler back.
Schuster on the bench?
Schuster on the bench.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
I think Schuster's just not. This would be my perception of maybe where he's at, is that he's not fucking fit enough, or maybe it's just that Des literally likes his injection of.
Well, he was starting in the back row.
He was. Craig Davey though.
Of snapping people in half fame.
Yeah, Craig Davey doing the damn thing on the edge. Who knows? Who knows what that is? It's a weird one with Schuster, right? Because he's obviously a big Islander boy. And it's like, some people are like, he doesn't look like he's fit enough. And I'm like, but there are some players that just don't get fit. Don't look fucking jacked. But they could still be fit and good.
Yeah, like there's some that carry maybe a little bit of puppy fat, so to speak.
Yes.
But that's just always there. It's part of like, to maintain a certain weight, there needs to be a little bit on them. You know what I mean? As opposed to like fucking really trimming down and getting down to like 80 kilos. It's like, no. I play better footy when I'm 95, 100.
So let me bulk.
I honestly, truthfully think that Manly get the chockies tonight.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not coming in here talking shit. I think there's something in the air. There's something doing the rounds from a vibe-based perspective that's making me feel really confident about tonight. Really confident.
Yep.
Like I'd put a wager on. Confident.
Yep. I will put a wager on. Manly 13 plus Ruben anytime.
Love it.
$15, I think.
Are you worried, Dave? I'd say you'd be slightly worried.
I'm not worried.
Not even slightly
Not
worried?
even not even a tiny bit.
Your bench is shit compared to our bench.
Our bench is bloody good.
Okay, well, if you can get it on the screen again, we can bag you out about it. But I'm pretty sure that our bench takes a steamy piss. I will say that Aloye out concerns me. Who's starting in the front row? Sipley, is it?
Front row is Kepi and Sipley.
Interesting.
Can you see the bench there?
Yes, Dylan Walker, Jaden Nikorima, no competition.
I'll give you that one.
Schuster, Tui Kamikamika, no competition.
Kamakamika.
Martin Tapau, Nelson Asofa Solomono, sure.
Martin Tapau thinks he's big. He is like me compared to...
I'm saying Nelson is fine. I'm happy with Nelson over Martin. Paseka over Jordan Grant. Like, wake the fuck up. And it's gone again. My God. It's fucking TV.
We got a big bench, which I'm happy. I like seeing Tui and Nelson on there. That's a scary bench. That's a bench you don't want to walk into in a dark alley.
Well, luckily it's not a dark alley. Luckily it's fucking Brookvale Oval.
It's a well-lit Brookvale Oval.
Well-lit Brookvale Oval.
The principle still stands, I believe.
That bench is shit for Melbourne. And then go back up through the team. Jake and Brandon Smith lock. Jake better than Brandon. No disrespect, Brandon. Davey better than Kenny Bromwich comfortably. Ola Kawatu better than Chris Lewis I wouldn't pick Chris Lewis. If I bumped into him, I wouldn't know who it is. No disrespect.
History teacher Chris Lewis, he knows the history of the game.
Tolfo Sipley better than Josh King. Lachlan Croker easily better than Harry Grant.
Yeah, I'll give you that one. I can't argue with that.
Kepi better than Jesse Bromwich. Daly better than Jerome. Kieran better than Meaney. Tuapolotu better than Grant. Would he be the only player in the NRL called Grant?
Have to be.
Is there another NRL player called Grant? I don't think so. There's Grant Atkins.
Well, there's Harry Grant and there's Jordan Grant.
That's
not what we said, though.
I'm aware of how names
We're talking about... his name's not Anderson Grant, is it? It's Grant Anderson. And I think it's a great point you make, Tom. A great point you make. You don't see a whole lot of Grants running around playing.
You don't see Grants, dude.
You don't see Grants.
Grant, to me, even though it is a first name, I think it's more of a last name that's been converted to a first name.
Or, like I got a grant from the government.
A government grant.
Yeah, government grant, They're the only kind of grants I usually get around. Last name grants and grants from the government.
Yeah. Or like grant access to something.
Can you grant me access? Yeah. Sure. Grant as a first name will throw a lot of people off, I think.
It's a curveball.
I think that unbalances the side.
I think it definitely does. I think it's a concern for Melbourne because no one will know if they're talking about Harry Grant, someone Anderson, Grant Anderson, Harry Grant, Hugh Grant.
Is he best to go with Mr. Anderson?
Well, I mean, I think it is probably because at least then.
But then he invites
matrix comparisons.
That's right.
Look, also Eddie, look at his photo compared to everyone else.
Very alarming. Very alarming.
That photo has been taken like just in the middle of nowhere.
It makes him look like a very small man.
Yes.
Like an ant.
Yes.
Grant the ant.
Grant Anderson.
Anderson.
He's tiny. Surely that's not to scale.
Listen, I'd be shocked if it was, but I've been shocked before. I've been shocked.
And you'll be shocked again.
Yep.
He would be a third the size of Justin Olam, possibly a fifth.
I'd say a fifth based on these photos. And, I mean, he'd fit inside Nick Meaney's head.
He would, comfortably.
Now,
Marion Seve doesn't even get a photo.
Seve doesn't have a photo. That's concerning as fuck for Melbourne. He doesn't even get a pic. Dean Eremaya. Sure, Dean. I don't mind you.
Don't mind you. Don't mind the hairdo you're rocking.
Yeah, I like the hairdo. And then Pappenhausen of 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks out. Underdone. Tell you what as well, and I don't want to fucking, have people smashing Ruben's odds in, but it's the young man's birthday today.
Is it? So it's okay.
It's Ruben's birthday today. So firstly, Ruben, on behalf of Eddie, myself, the Hello Sport universe, Tobler, D or Dave, fucking punters and dribblers the world over to the 15th peak. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, buddy. Does he get a hat trick on his birthday?
Peter Siddle style.
Is there a bit of Peter Siddle about tonight?
Do you have a side?
Ruben's got a hat trick on his birthday.
I think you definitely have. What's Ned's paying for responsibly? what's Ned's paying for Ruben Garrick hat-trick on his birthday?
I like that.
I love that.
I love that.
I'm going to have a nibble. Do 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 $21.
$21 to get a hat trick on his birthday.
Yep,
That's what it's all about.
that's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about.
Manly 13 plus.
Let's get a hattie on his birthday. So we turn our attention to some of the other games.
Yeah.
I can't help but think that the Knights-Titans game is going to be
Listen,
a bit of a shit show.
Well, listen, I think more it's like if there was a dictionary definition of a Friday 6 p.m. game, like this would be it, right? They just show a photo of this. What round are we?
16.
Around 16, Friday 6 p.m., 12th v 16th.
Wedged in between Origin 2 and 3.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
As the
no
warm-up
Ponga as
game
well.
to Panthers-Roosters.
No Ponga either.
No Ponga. Perfect. No Ponga.
Now, the Roosters are in 9th. Have we heard a whisper today?
We have, I don't know that we report, but there is reports of, let's just say this. I wouldn't be surprised if the Roosters start throwing every dollary-do they have, cock-a-doodle dollary-do, at Cameron Munster.
That's all we're saying. Is that don't be shocked if Cameron Munster gets every cock-a-doodle-do
Dollary-do.
thrown at him in the next year.
Yeah.
That's
And
all
the
we're
Roosters.
saying.
The Roosters, the reports we're hearing
And we hear reports.
are that the Roosters will be in the market for a 5'8".
That's what we're hearing. Now, make of that information what you will. The Panthers are $1.15. When's the last time the Roosters were playing someone that was $1.15? That is short as fuck.
Yeah, it is.
That is ungodly short.
Yep.
But the Roosters aren't performing. It's as simple as that.
No, they're
We're
not.
all waiting for them to turn this magical corner. Turn this magical corner that no one knows where the fuck is, and they haven't turned it.
No,
Nothing's turned. Turnless.
can't turn.
Can't turn. Can't turn left.
Sharks are going to pump the Dogs. You don't agree with that.
I don't agree with that. No, I don't. Again, Thomas.
You think the Dogs are going to win?
I think the Dogs are going to win.
No Mick Potter. I don't know if that means much.
It doesn't
but
mean
he's
much.
not going to be at the game. He's got COVID.
I don't think that means much. I'm not like, if you said no Matt Burton, I'd go, okay. Okay, sure. That's an interesting fucking development.
No respect for Mick, okay. Cowboys, Broncos. I like Broncos. I don't know why. I just do.
I like
Cowboys,
the Cows.
the Cows almost losing to Manly to me was like, okay.
But Manly are fucking red hot.
No, I know. But that's why I'm saying the Broncos could.
But are the Broncos red hot?
They're pretty good, dude. They didn't look bad against the Storm, considering it was the Storm.
Yeah, they looked okay against the Storm.
Now, that being said, I'd been on the Margs all day, and I don't really remember, and you and I were sort of bringing it home. We were whipping it home at your new residence and paying partial attention to the game. But the scoreline suggested, and other
Right,
people's
look, we
suggestions
were whipping it home.
Yeah.
That's true. We were in the final 600 and
Yeah,
we were whipping,
we're whipping it home. So I don't know.
We'd peeled and worked.
We'd peeled and worked. It was hands and heels.
Yeah, we'd peeled and we were getting into our work.
Yep.
We were working.
We were working.
Put it that way.
So I don't know, but I want the Broncos to win.
I want the Cowboys to win. I don't like the Broncos.
I don't like the Broncos either.
Why do you
to
like
be
the
honest,
Broncos?
I don't. All I want is Selwyn Cobbo to score 2 tries. That's all I want.
Right. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. Now, Rabbitohs Eels. I hate both these sides, but I hate the Rabbitohs less. But I think the Eels win. Like the fact that the Rabbitohs are 7th and the Eels are 6th, I'm like, the Rabbitohs are so much worse than 7th, in my opinion.
Yeah, they're shit. They are. They're no good. The Eels, I think, get the chockies, but
Latrell back for the Bunnies.
Latrell back. Honestly, it wouldn't shock me if the Rabbits won. Like,
No.
the Eels are fucking hot and cold.
I would love them to win because I hate the Eels.
Let's not pretend like the Eels roll out great footy week in, week out. They've got a loss in them. They got a loss in them, mate. Loss to the Tigers, loss to the Dogs. Is that the math?
Yeah.
Is that the math? Think that's the math. Now, Warriors, West Tigers, you don't think that the Warriors are going to get up in front of their own people.
I don't. Back home.
And are you using the...
I'm not using the Tigers Alcott thing as like, well, that's why it won't happen. I'm saying fairy tales don't happen. The Warriors suck. No
fairy tales do happen.
They do and they don't.
Of course they don't, but they do.
Yeah, they do. I don't think the Warriors have shown enough for me to think they get up. In fact, I think they've shown me enough to think that this is a sort of game they get fucking flogged in.
I saw some stat that was like, there's only 2 people in the Warriors 17 who were who were in the last Warriors side that played in New Zealand.
Yeah, so they probably don't even fucking feel it as much.
Yeah, they were like, there's like a bunch of the players on their team who've never played a first grade game in New Zealand.
So it's not like it doesn't necessarily mean as much to those players. Again, who the fuck knows? Does this thing overwhelm them as a team that already can't handle pressure, who can't score a point when they've got fucking a 2-man advantage in a game? And now it's like, back in New Zealand, we have to win this one. The pressure. Tigers are like, we suck, dude. We fucking got no pressure at all. We're just going to go over there and try and play. I see it being fucking 13 plus to the Tigers.
I disagree. I've got to go with the Warriors on this one, punters and dribblers. Aotearoa, back to Auckland, back to Mount Smart Stadium in front of their own people after 3 years. I think they lift, Tom. I think they lift. And the West Tigers suck so much.
They do.
They suck so much.
They both these teams suck, so no result is off the table. Like, you can have a massive win to the Warriors, a small win to the Warriors, a massive win to the Tigers, a small win to the Tigers, or a draw, or the game just being called off because it's so shit. Like, there is no option that is off the table.
Do you think that there's a chance they call the game off?
I mean, if you have like 0-0 at halftime, no one's even really had an attacking set, no completions, there's a very good chance Peter just goes kill it.
So at half-time, no one's completed a set. You just go, fuck.
Pull the plug. Pull the plug.
Every player's missed 3 tackles each.
Yeah, pull the plug now.
And there's 19 unforced errors per player.
Kill it.
Just kill it.
Kill it.
Look, under those circumstances, in that sort of environment, I think that there's a chance it gets killed. But we'll have to wait and see. Dragons, Raiders round it out. I'm on the Raiders here, baby. How are the Dragons still 8th? How are the Dragons still 8th?
Yeah. I mean, it's because we lost to the Cowboys. That's why. Yeah, let's look at the ladder here. What are we here? Points, 14. So we've got the Roosters. What's our for and against? 324.
No.
-4. I was going to say. That's not correct. So we need a win. Who are the Dragons playing? Raiders. So we want the Raiders to win. We want and we want the Panthers to win, and then we need Manly to beat the Storm. Now, is that likely? Obviously not. Well, actually, if the Raiders win, they jump up. No, they don't. They're -39.
We want Raiders to win so that we can jump the Dragons, but then we want the Raiders to keep losing so that our bets with Michael Pryor maintain.
Manly need a win. That's first and foremost. The Dragons need a small win so that we all jump. Does that make sense? And then it's going to be Roosters. If Dragons and Manly win, if Manly and Raiders win, and the Panthers win, Roosters could go down to 11th.
They would go down
12th.
They'd go down to 11th.
If Bunnies lose as well, you can overtake them if they lose and you win by about 10 each.
So we could be into 7th.
It's fairly congested around the 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
They're making up numbers. Not Manly, we're in a slipstream to the top, but in all those other shit teams making up numbers. Like, bro, Panthers are already on 28 points. Fuck me dead.
Yeah, they've only lost 1 game. Fucking impressive.
Yeah. What's their points?
Manly got the bye next weekend as well.
That'd be good. Let's get a win and then go into the bye. A win into the
bye, get the 2 points.
And now we're slipstreaming, bro. Now we're slipstreaming. Can you just go to Manly's upcoming games, please? Because I know there's a Penrith one in there as well. But again, I think we win that. I think we win that one well.
Why do you reckon you get 2 points for the bye?
Because as opposed to just giving no one points.
Yeah, because you haven't won a game.
Don't know. It's off the screen again, Dior. Okay, Knights, is it? So bye, then Knights. Yeah.
Yep. Is it not moving?
No.
Then Dragons is the next one.
Okay, that's all right, dude. If we go...
Knights. So
if we win the Storm
so
into
we
the
go
bye...
Storm, 2 points. Bye, 2 points.
Knights,
Dragons,
Knights,
2 points. Dragons, 2 points. Roosters, 2 points. We're flying. Eels, we
2
always
points.
bet Eels. Titans,
2 points. Sharks, 2 points. Raiders, 2 points. Bro, Dogs.
Oh,
We can literally
you guys got
go.
such an easy run home.
We could go undefeated for the rest of the season.
It all starts tonight.
Yeah, it does.
It starts tonight against the Storm. If we can get over that hump, if we can get over that hill, it's literally downhill to the finals,
Yeah.
and we can come in with like fucking 10 wins under the belt, ready to hump, motherfucker.
Bro, this is a good end of the season for us.
And some of the guys near you as well have atrocious runs home. Like the Bunnies have got Storm.
So we want to see, okay, we need to look Bunnies, Dragons is what we need.
And Roosters.
And Roosters. So where are we here? Rabbitohs, Eels. Then they've got the Rabbitohs, Knights. Okay, well, that's pretty easy. Dogs, pretty easy. Storm, they're fucked. Sharks, they're fucked. Warriors, they'll win. Eels, they're fucked.
Panthers, they're fucked. Cowboys, they're fucked. Roosters, they're fucked.
Well, possibly.
That's at the new stadium.
Yeah. South isn't the worst run home, but it's not great. It's not as good as ours. All right, now can we go to the Raiders, please? Mm-hmm. Or the Dragons? Fuck it, Raiders. Go here now. Raiders have got Storm. So they got Dragons this weekend, then a bye. Storm, fucked. Warriors, they'd probably lose it. Titans, who knows? Panthers, they're
You just
fucked.
assume the win, for argument's sake.
Panthers, they're fucked. Dragons, again, I don't know what you assume there. We'll see this weekend. Knights, they win. Seagulls, they're fucked. Tigers, they win.
They've got an easy run as well.
They've got an easy run. They got an easy run. All right, now go Dragons.
And then Chooks.
And then Chooks. Okay, Dragons, the Broncos, they're fucked. Roosters, they're fucked. Seagulls, they're fucked. Cowboys, they're fucked. Sharks, they're fucked. Raiders, they're fucked. Titans, they win. Tigers, they win. Broncos, they're fucked. They have a bad run.
They've got a
home.
bad
They got
run.
a bad
the
run
Dragons,
home.
that's good for us. So the
Right now,
Rabbitohs
It's
and
okay.
Dragons, not great.
No.
Chookies
have got Panthers, they're fucked. Dragons, they will probably win, I would say. Knights, they win. Manly,
Lose to
they're
us.
fucked. Broncos,
Lose to
they're
the Bronx.
fucked.
Lose to
Cows,
the
they're
Cows.
fucked. Tigers, they
Tigers.
win.
Lose
Storm,
to the
they're
Storm.
fucked. Rabbitohs, who knows?
So, of all the draws, we've got the best.
Comfortably.
We've got a great draw.
Yeah. Now, I can't exactly remember. Can you just go to our final run home again? Just want to remind ourselves, you've gone too far. Go up to... Okay, so we've got Storm. I think we win tonight.
I do think we win.
Then a bye. Knights,
win.
win. Dragons, win. Roosters, win. Eels, win. Titans, win. Sharks, win. Raiders, win. Dogs, win.
So,
That's the easiest fucking run to the finals I've ever seen. We might come fourth. That's slipstream shit, though. That's
Yeah,
when everyone's
yeah,
like, what's a slipstream?
that's a slipstream.
That's a slipstream.
That's how you stream.
Yeah.
That's how you
That's
stream.
how you do it.
There's a news story that, Ninja Warrior,
Yeah.
they're thinking about including that in the LA 2028 Olympics.
That's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard.
Are
in my
you
life.
fucking serious?
Yeah. Well, by they, I mean the creators of Ninja Warrior are basically taking it to the Olympics to say, can you put this in?
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me when you got fucking breakdancing and shit.
Oh, hang on.
in
It says it's going to be added as the new 5th discipline of the modern pentathlon.
No way. Do you know what the modern pentathlon is?
Yeah, so it's
Running, swimming, fencing,
fencing.
horse riding.
Yeah.
Now Ninja Warrior.
And
You've got to be fucking taking
and laser
the piss.
pistol shooting. But they're considering replacing the horse riding.
They've got Jim Courier of tennis royalty, commentating Ninja Warrior.
Deep pockets, bro. Money speaks.
I know.
Money talks.
I know. Yeah, money talks, not speaks.
Yeah.
Money
You're getting it
converses.
wrong lately.
That's
Don't. So, like the modern pentathlon, there are like elements that speak to like ye olden days, right?
steeplechase or whatever the fuck it is.
I don't understand where Ninja Warrior comes into this.
Kids getting the eyeballs. It's TikTok sport, dude.
But why wouldn't you just have it on its own as opposed to?
But also, what are we talking about? Like, oh, now
But
we're
how
coming
is it-
up to the big whirly, squirly, whirly thing. You're like, this isn't the Olympics, bro. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
I don't. This must be eyeball-based stuff.
It is eyeball based. You know what though, dude? Every time they do it, the Olympics, the soul of the Olympics goes a bit more and a bit more and a bit more. It's like, unless it's swimming and sprinting, fucking like, shot put, javelin, track and field.
Didn't they get
or
rid of
swimming.
Greco-Roman wrestling?
Yeah, they got rid of it.
And they replaced it with breakdancing?
Yep.
Like, the speed climbing was okay last time. Like,
Track and field, swimming, weightlifting,
climbing,
gymnastics. Otherwise, fuck off.
I sort of get climbing because it's sort of like arcs, there's like history from a Homo sapien perspective.
Yep.
Ancestors and shit.
Yep.
Climbing sort of, you could argue.
You can
pretty
sell
strongly.
climbing at the market.
You can sell climbing at the market. Breakdancing, I'm not buying that.
Nope.
I'm not buying it.
Nope.
It's too niche. It's too dumb.
It's dumb.
It's dumb.
It's dumb. And that's what I'm saying that breakdancing is like, breakdancing's cool as breakdancing, but as an Olympic sport, it's dumb.
I just don't think it's like measurable enough.
I mean, you could make that argument for gymnastics and shit as well.
Get
Yeah,
up
but-
lists of stuff that like was an Olympic sport but now isn't. Like, is there a history of the Olympics doing this shit? Like, were they dropping weird sports in the 80s and then fucking them off again?
Maybe.
Is there room in the budget for dumb sports? Is this always been a thing? Or is this new TikTok generation shit?
Is this millennial TikTok, Gen Y, Gen Z,
Because
Gen Alpha?
Ninja Warrior screams millennial to me, dude.
Well, it's even younger than millennial, to be fair. It's
Well, I don't know
fucking-
my generation.
I was reading it.
What
the
are we
other
up to
day.
now?
So Gen Y is us.
Yep.
And we're also millennial. Like, millennial is Gen Y.
Right.
Then Gen Z is, I think.
Wouldn't millennial mean you were born in the new millennium?
No, I don't know what. I think it's just when you come up. I saw someone. It was in like a thing the other day. Then Gen Z is 25 to like maybe 9 to 25, and then 9 and under is Gen Alpha.
Gen Alpha.
And then fuck everything older than us. Who cares?
Above us is Gen X.
Correct. And then boomers.
And then boomers.
60-meter dash.
So
This fucking thing
60
keeps
meter
happening.
dash, 3,000 meter run.
Just for women. 5 mile run, 80-meter hurdles, 200-meter hurdles. 200-meter hurdles a bit. They still do that, don't they?
Walking events. They got rid of the 50K.
What, walk?
The
Yeah,
walk.
they did, yeah.
The Jared Talent Special.
The standing high jump and the standing long jump.
Wow.
Two-handed discus.
A stone-
Tug of war. Tug of war.
war.
Dude, bring back the tug of war.
Bring back the tug of war for sure. That's pull for your nation stuff.
The rope climb in the gymnastics.
Club swing. I don't mind club swing. Don't know what an Indian club is. Side horse vault, tumbling, triathlon, relays, 400 meters.
They had an underwater race in swimming in 1900.
That's cool, dude. I like that.
Solo synchronized swimming.
Swimming obstacle race.
Where's that?
Underwater obstacle race.
What?
Plunge for distance. So what's that? How deep you can dive? Or how far you can swim
No,
up?
plunge for distance is in like, I don't know.
Is that like diving in the water and see how far you can hold your breath for?
The plunge distance. Yeah, so it's like pretty much how far you can get while holding your breath. So not distance down.
Dude, that's
distance across the
backyard
pool.
pool shit. How many laps of the pool can you do underwater?
Wow.
One-hand weightlifting.
Two-handed weightlifting.
Well,
Isn't
I
that
don't
what
know.
we've got now?
That's currently what we have. Dueling pistols. Is that like as in you're shooting each other? Or is that...
the 100-meter running deer. Is that what, you got 100 meters to shoot a deer?
The running
I'd
deer.
like to see that again. Peter would be up your ass in a second, though, unfortunately.
There was a deer-shaped target which made 1075 feet runs. Shooters took 1 or 2 shots at the target during each run.
Okay.
So I think it's almost like a clay pigeon shooting in terms of the target's moving. You got to hit it.
But it's
Sure.
a deer.
But it's
that
a
wasn't
deer
real.
shape.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Keep going. Sailing, blur. Rowing, 17-man naval rowing boats. That's intense.
Long jump in the equestrian?
Oh, wow.
Vaulting the
Dude,
equestrian as
the
well.
ponies used to have a bit more of a crack at it,
High
bro.
jump as a horse?
Dude, horse high jumps, fucking bring that back.
That's probably a lot of broken legs.
Cricket in the 1900s. Croquet, bring it back.
Fencing, single sticks. I'm a fencing.
Lacrosse, polo.
Jeu de plume. Jeu de paume.
Well, rugby union's sort of back.
Lacrosse, motor boating. I've lost the ability to do my lips. Why can't I do it? I used to be able to do that. It's just gone.
Now, based on all that, like, what was there anything else? I thought
Art competitions.
I thought they used to have like windsurfing and shit.
Art competitions. Fucking hell. Well, there's a few they could bring back before fucking breakdancing. Jesus Christ.
So the art competitions were part of the vision of the founder of the Olympics. They all entered works had to be inspired by sport. Medals were awarded in 5 categories: architecture, literature, music, painting, and sculpture.
Boo.
Imagine getting a gold medal for sculpture.
Beat it, nerds.
Beat it.
This isn't what it's for. I'm all for art. Don't get me wrong. But the Olympics is about muscled men and women who fuck each other and compete at the highest level, right?
Correct.
That's what that is.
There was also an Olympic alpinism prize, like alpine. So this is a discontinued Winter Olympic sport. It was first awarded in 1924. There was no actual competition, but medals were awarded for the most notable alpinism feat accomplished during the previous 4 years.
Okay.
So the winners was basically a Mount Everest expedition, the first ascent of the north face of the Matterhorn, and another Himalayan one.
Sweet. So just like a shout out for being a psycho.
Well, would you get a gold medal for ascending Reuben Garrick's 15th peak? Would that be gold medal worthy?
I mean, I think it would have been. Unfortunately, they've discontinued it, but I think that that's certainly something that... I mean, Reuben's peaks didn't exist back then.
That's true. I don't think there can be scale there, though, to be honest.
No, well, they haven't been scaled yet, so... Anyway, look, that's great, Dave, and a perfect way to round out this week's podcast, I think, Edward.
Absolutely, Thomas.
Shout out to everyone, shout out to everyone, shout out to everyone.
Shout out to everyone.
Could you two just not talk anymore?